Let's move on and put the spotlight on the hospital space. Dr. B. Bhaskar Rao, Chairman and Managing Director at KIMS Hospital, is now joining us. In fact, we have taken a look at all the hospital stocks lately on valuation terms and also ownership terms. One is getting a sense that there is a lot of keen inquiries among institutional guys, and funds are lapping onto hospitals and are raising exposure there because it is becoming a more structural story now in India. Earlier, it was just a clutch of 2, 3 big hospitals. Now, the representation is getting wider. KIMS, of course, is a recent IPO. Dr. Bhaskar, I want to talk about what could be the reason for some of the structural changes which are happening in your industry. One point which we at ET Now are trying to scratch more about is the operating cost structure of hospitals. Have that actually become much more comfortable now? Are the costs under check? That's why you have good visibility of growth and earnings going forward?
Yeah, the operating cost now, when all these industries are mature, most of the manpower is focusing on the cost. Second important thing is the most important is the human resources of doctors. When compared to 5 to 6 years, now the doctors are available freely because it was about nearly the undergraduates are coming out 1 lakh per year. The postgraduates are coming around 50 to 60,000 people per year. So when there is availability, automatically the competition and the cost and the visibility of expansion where we can do because these human resources are available. Apart from doctors, the other important factor is the management. And these management people also are coming forward to join into the administration, both medical and non-medical front. Second important thing is once they understood the healthcare much better way than when compared to previously, because so many healthcare are listed and then coming in a big chains. They are also assessing how to bring down the cost of operational issues, whether it may be power, the taxes, the human resources, all those things. That's why it is now all the people are on the same page.
This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. Very good morning to you as well. Obviously, I just want to talk a bit more about the company as well. And obviously, you are planning to become that pan-India player. You've announced further expansions in Maharashtra and Karnataka as well. Talk to us about, in terms of the Capex plans for these, for you as well, and how do you assess competition that is there in the market? What is in terms of the growth that you're estimating in terms of numbers here as well?
See, basically, what we are looking is we were from the beginning, we were focused on the regional, like Andhra and Telangana, with Telugu speaking states. Now, once we have been matured and understand the entire healthcare here, and then we are planning to neighboring states like Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Mostly we'll go to Kerala because all the southern states are the culture, the political scenario, the patient understanding and everything will be, and then the doctor's availability and the manpower is much, much better when compared to the northern places, even though there is a good opportunities and a great opportunities that are available in north. So once we have been, our motto is to see that we can able to go into the one region and mature and understand the entire thing rather than going into different states. India is a one country, but it's a different countries within the country. So the culture and the mindset of the people, mindset of the doctors, the political scenarios, all are entirely different because these are all indirectly or directly impact on the healthcare front because the healthcare is the one which requires for each and every person in the society. So we need to plan. That's why we are able to go here. So we have been built in the last 2 decades about 4,000 beds. In these areas, we want to build next 3 years about 3,000 beds. We are already put the plan and nearly it is costing around 2,500 to 3,000 crores of all these 3,000 beds are concerned. So we have been captured in such a way, all these funds we are going to raise through our internal accruals and as well as a part of the debt. We are very, very cautious about the debt position is concerned. we want to go up to 1:1 net EBITDA and debt. Maybe some quarters we may go into 1:1.5. So we will be able to come back to normal in the next 2-3 quarters once we reach the 1:1.5. That is very, very cautious, and we have been already identified these 3,000 beds. Some of the beds are coming nearly in Andhra and Telangana, nearly 1,500 beds. Another 1,500 beds we are going into the other states like Maharashtra and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So that is the plan for the next 2-3 years. So by the time in the next 3 to 4 years, we will be around 7,000 beds. Then once we consolidate these 7,000 beds and we see what we have been achieved and what we are planning to achieve, if we are successful in the same page, then the next expansion after 3 years will be a little bigger than what we are doing today.
Digest what you have bitten so far. So 7,000 beds is what you'll achieve within a couple of years, a mix of internal accrual and debt, but being very conscious of increasing the debt there. But sir, I was just going through brokerage notes and it seems like that KIMS is actually trading at 19 times forward earnings versus the other major hospital players which are at 25 to 30 times. And a couple of reasons that they cite out is also the execution, of course, in terms of turnaround, Nagpur as well as Sunshine. Thane too has been a bit delayed. What's your comment on that? And secondly, they are expecting a growth of around 20 to 25% on a consistent basis for the next 3 years on top line and bottom line. Is that realistic?
Yeah, that is definitely a realistic one. As far as Nagpur is concerned, that was an expected one that he is going to take. That was the first venture outside the state, and then we need to understand the doctors' thing and getting the doctors in that area. Now we have been set right. Now it has gone beyond our expectations. In the next 2-3 quarters will be very good in Nagpur is concerned. As we expected, Sunshine, as you know that we have been shifted this Paradise 1 into the new building, and the Gachibowli is also growing as we expected. All are in the same pattern in this quarter is concerned. So that all has come back on track. Now the Nasik is going to be in the next quarter. We are going to open up, operationalize, and as we see that these are all some of the holidays, government holidays, and then the things are there to get the permissions and other things. It takes time, but it may be not more than 2 to 3 months. Beyond that, it is not taking time. So Nasik will be in the first quarter of the next year. It will be functional, and we are very confident once the Nasik is there. Within 3 months, we will be able to achieve the turnaround time. That will be definitely online. So KIMS, Sunshine, and as well as the Nagpur are doing better when compared to the previous quarters. And what we expected about 6 months back, we have come to that stage in these two things. So that is on the track. So we don't need to spend much time on that. Everybody is on the on board. As far as Nasik is concerned, we are very, very confident in the once we started operationalize within 2 to 3 months, we can able to break even point.
Dr. Bhaskar, going back on that commentary of yours, you are expecting 70%, 3,000 almost on a 4,000 bed base is almost 70-75%, raising your bed addition over the next 3 to 4 years. Is it fair to assume that your profitability also over these 3-4 years could rise in the same proportion, or would it go up higher because operating leverage would also kick in?
Definitely in this, there will be some of the 1,500 beds are coming in the existing places like Andhra and Telangana. Definitely the margins are much better because the operational leverage is coming. But when we are starting the new brownfield and other things, initially it will take about 1.5-2 years to mature. So it may set right, or it may be a little better than what we are, or maybe 5-6 basic points will be lower than what we are expecting. Maybe after 3-4 years, then both the new ones and as well as the existing ones will kick into the operational leverage. So then we expect much better returns.
Dr. Bhaskar, 30-second answer. Can you do a 500 crore kind of PAT in the next 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that clarification.